welcome back to the channel. It's the Wyld Wytch here. I hope that you're all doing amazing, staying safe, and taking care of yourselves. Now, the tea that I'm drinking is a blend that I made called Heart's Desire, and it has these notes of cinnamon, vanilla, cacao, and rose petals. And then I've got a couple of more herbs in there for their medicinal properties as well, and it's so good. Anyway, let's jump into this video. So if you've been with me for even a short amount of time, then I'm sure you've heard me talk about wanting to do this plant series. And today is the day that it comes into fruition. This is the very first video in the plant series, and I tend to do one plant a month. Now, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do one for the month of December or any video for December for that matter. I'm just so slammed, so we're going to have to play it by ear. I don't know that I'm going to have a chance to upload or not, but we'll see. Now, along with this one plant a month, I'm also going to include a recipe or a tip or working, something that's going to spotlight that plant, for the month. Now, sometimes it just depends on how long the plant video is, but sometimes, I'll include it with the video, and then sometimes I might have to do a separate video just depending on how long it is and, what it is that I'm sharing. Now, sometimes, not always, but sometimes I will also include a channeled plant message, or I will pull some cards, but it's just going to depend on the plant or if there's something that someone out there needs to hear that watches my videos. So again, that's just going to be sometimes, it's just going to be according to the plants. So, alright, I know you're ready for me to jump into the plant monograph, but before I do that, there are a few videos that I need to share with you guys that I think are really going to help in the plant series, especially if you're new to plants or you've just started working with plants, or maybe you've never foraged or wildcrafted before, or you just use plants in your workings based on the magic properties that are listed in a book. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Maybe you're just wanting to dive a little bit deeper. So that's why I think these videos that are coming up are going to be really beneficial to help you in this plant series. Now, whenever I say plant for the plant series, for this series, I'm including trees, shrubs, flowers, herbs, and spices. Now, if you're new to working with plants, or you're just getting into plants, know that plants have been used all throughout history, all across the world in many different cultures and traditions, and plants are still being used today. However, there's some people that really depend on these plants for survival. So we need to work with these plants with a respect and awareness. I also feel that it's super important to have some kind of ethical practice or guidelines set in place before you start working with plants. Now, to me personally, plants have a spirit all of their own. They have a frequency, vibration, and energy. Plants are very sacred beings. They are very wise beings, and they are the healers. We can work with plants in so many different ways than just besides our workings. We can use plants internally and externally. We can use plants as food, as medicine, shelter, and even clothing. Plants can be our friends. They can be our allies, our guides, and even our teachers. So the reason, I want to do this plant series is to share what I've learned from the plants, my teachers, my mentors, my training, and even, my own personal experiences. However, I do hope that we can continue to learn more about plants, because I will learn about plants until my last and final breath. Like, I will always learn about plants. It's something that I just crave. I love working with plants. I love having this deep relationship with plants. So I hope this is something that we can share, and I hope that we can, extend this journey and continue to learn and grow. However, I want us to do it in a way in which we're not only helping Pachamama, Mother Earth, and ourselves, but we're also helping and connecting much deeper with the natural world around us, the land in which we live upon, our ancestors' heritage, as well as the wise woman and man that lives within each of us. So I hope that you will learn something from this plant series, or at least have fun, along the way. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can leave it behind. And one of the reasons that I say this is because more than likely we're going to use plants the same way for medicinal properties. However, we will use plants, not all the time, but sometimes we will use plants or work with these plants in different ways for the magic properties. So let's see, what can I use for an example? All right, so let's just say cleavers. Let's take cleavers for an example. So say we're all, working with cleavers. And medicinally, more than likely, you're going to use cleavers for lymphatic stagnation. But then magically, you might use cleavers for something else. So I might use cleavers for bindings and relationship issues. You might use cleavers for love workings and protection. So that's why, I say that you can take what resonates with you and leave, the rest behind. So I look forward to this plant series, and I hope that you do as well. The next video in the series is going to be wildcrafting, foraging, harvesting guidelines. So until next time, I hope that you fly high, witches. Peace!